Where consistency thrives, failure dies. Most people have the wrong relationship with failure. They treat it as a verdict, as evidence that they are not capable, not cut out for it, not the kind of person who gets to succeed at this particular thing. And so when failure arrives, which it always does, they stop, they reroute. They conclude that the path was not for them. But failure is not a verdict. It is almost always just a data point on a longer timeline that most people abandon too early. Failure does not defeat most people. Inconsistency does. The stopping is what kills it, not the falling down. Think about what consistency actually means in practice, not the motivational poster version, where someone wakes at 5 in the morning glowing with discipline and drinks a green smoothie and runs 10 kilometers before most people are awake. That is not what this is about. Consistency is just showing up again. After a bad session, after a week where nothing went right, after the result you worked toward did not arrive on the schedule you had in your head, after the feedback stung, after the momentum dried up and the whole thing started to feel pointless. Consistency is not the glamorous part. It is the part that looks like nothing from the outside, while everything is actually being built on the inside. Here is what happens when someone is genuinely consistent over a long enough period. They stop fearing the bad days because they have learned that bad days are part of the process, rather than a sign that the process is broken. They stop needing every session to feel inspired because they have learned that the work does not require inspiration, it requires presence. They stop being derailed by failure because failure has happened so many times inside a consistent practice that it no longer feels catastrophic. It just feels like Tuesday. The person who has shown up 1,000 times is not afraid of failing once. They have already failed 100 times and kept going anyway. And this is where failure actually dies. Not in a single triumphant moment, not in the absence of setbacks, but in the accumulation of days where you showed up regardless. Because failure needs you to stop in order to survive. Every day you show up again, you are killing it a little more. Failure cannot outlast consistency. It can only outlast the people who stop being consistent. Look at almost any field where mastery exists. Athletics, music, writing, business, relationships. The people at the top are almost never the most talented ones who started. They are the most consistent ones who stayed. Talent without consistency is just potential that never arrived. Consistency without talent is still a career, still a body of work, still a life built from something real. Talent gets you into the room. Consistency is what keeps you there and eventually puts you at the head of the table. Here is the thing most people miss about consistency. It does not require motivation. It does not require confidence. It does not even require belief that it is working in the short term. It only requires one thing, which is that you show up again today, regardless of how yesterday went. Motivation is unreliable. Inspiration is sporadic. Confidence comes and goes with the results. But a decision, a simple daily decision to return to the work that can be maintained even when everything else is absent. That is what consistency actually is. Not a feeling, not a state of mind, a decision made repeatedly in the absence of the feelings most people think they need first. You do not need to feel like doing it. You need to do it. The feeling follows the action, not the other way around. Think about where you have been inconsistent in the area of your life that matters most to you right now, not judgmentally, just honestly. How many times have you started well and then stopped? How many times has a bad week become a month away from the thing and then a quiet giving up that was never officially declared? That is where the failure lived. Not in the bad week, in the stopping. So here is where to start. Pick the one thing that matters most, not 3 things. 1. and make a single commitment that is small enough that you cannot justify skipping it. So small it almost feels embarrassing. Write one paragraph. Make one call. Work on the thing for 15 minutes. Not because 15 minutes changes everything, because 15 minutes keeps the consistency alive. And alive consistency is what kills the failure that has been waiting for you to stop. Start so small you cannot say no to yourself. And then never miss twice. 5-word life.